So let me see. Good afternoon, students. That's much better. All right. So, thoughta ehi josh. I believe we talk in Punjabi, Hindi, English mix. That's what we expect, na? Not 100% English, not 100% Hindi, not 100% Punjabi. So, सारा रला mix करके ਆਪਾਂ बोलांगे. So, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਜੋਸ਼ ਹਜੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆ, so I want them ਕਿ ਉਹਨੂੰ maintain ਰੱਖਣ because we're going to do a lot of fitness activities and challenges and winners will be rewarded. So, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਆਲੇ ਦੁਆਲੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ એનર્ਜੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਜੋਸ਼ ਵਾਲਾ ਫਿੱਟ ਆ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਪੁਸ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ. Then we will start.
They are excited about pushing others, not about coming out themselves.
चलो. So okay, so I'll tell you. मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ बोल के I'm not gonna bore you. I won't keep speaking. So we'll start with little introduction how we're gonna go about it one, and then there will be activities included. For activities, I want you guys to participate in the groups. So you will send some people from your groups. We can divide either row wise or we can divide the block wise. So you will represent the group and then we'll make your group da keda individual winner hega ya. So we'll come to that later. So first we start with what we're going to talk about today. So today we're going to talk about optimal fitness. Us to pehla I would like to ask how many people who are sitting here believe that fitness is important. Please raise your hands. Okay, so I believe it's 100%. I want to see those people who think that fitness is not important, that make things easier. You know, lagda hai ki fitness important nahi hai. I believe the number is 0. Okay, so I have another question to ask, which is, how many of you are doing something to keep yourself fit? Hun 100% number hai nahi ga. Thank you, you can bring it down. So that's the whole idea. When it comes to fitness, we all know it's important, but we still ignore. You guys are from MBA? Sare marketing पढ़ रहे हो, management पढ़ रहे हो? Yes or no? BCA plus BCom plus दोबारा आ गया. चलो. All right, so we have commerce students, we have management students, and then we're going to talk about, we have business students as well. So, when it comes to fitness, we are quite ignorant. Sanu saaryan nu ye lagda hai ki we have plenty of time and fitness is not the priority. Maybe studies are as of now, maybe friends are, maybe entertainment is. So, in future, we'll have plenty of time and we'll work on our fitness. I believe that's a myth, because just think about people who are of my age or your teachers who cross 30 or 40 or maybe 50. They are so busy that they don't have time to exercise because they have families, they have businesses or they have work, they have children, and there are a lot many things to take care of. And then fitness gets ignored. So if you think you will have more time in future, I believe you are making a mistake. This is your ideal or perfect time to invest for your fitness and to invest for your health. You won't get a better time than this. And again, once we do those testing, once we do those drills, we'll get to know how fit we are. So I believe you need to maintain your silence to conserve some energy to perform those activity. Because when you speak, you lose energy, right? So I want you to preserve your energy so that we end up using that for those activities. सारे दे सामने जड़ी अपन सारे ने करनी है. So first I will talk about optimum fitness. Can I have the remote for the PPTs? Is the mic ready? Because I'm quite stuck here. Thank you. Hello. On. Hello. Yeah, this is perfect. Can I get the remote for this?
Yes, sir. 1 second. They are on the
Okay, perfect. Just change to the first slide. Okay. So I guess you can read a little about me, which is not important. I'll talk about myself. Though Silky gave a brief introduction. I don't know if any of you have seen me on social media or not. but I teach people fitness. I talk about fitness, and more importantly, I try to debunk lots of myths related to the fitness. Because what you guys know as of now, sitting in this room, most of you, I strongly believe that 80% information which you're getting, especially through social media or from your friends or from your family, is incorrect. And that is the biggest reason most of us are not able to be fit or start our fitness routine or fitness activity. Why I'm saying that? Because there are a lot of, thank you, because there are a lot of myths. We generally, unconsciously, subconsciously, we end up believing. What are those myths? Let's talk about it. So I'll ask you the questions. How many of you who are sitting in this room believe that if we do good exercise, if we do hanging exercise, if we play basketball, we can increase our height? Please raise your hands. All right. Perfect. I guess it's approx 40-50% people sitting in this room. That's a lot. And I'll ask another thing, which is, how many of you believe that if we sweat more, we become fitter? Raise your hands. The more we sweat, the fitter we become. All right. So 10-20% people sitting in this room. All right. Then we talk about if we do the house stuff, जो भी घर दा काम हैगा या, we don't need to go to the gym or we don't need to do the fitness routine. Raise your hands. Who think कि घर दा काम करके साडा सरदा, सानू कुछ होर करन दी लोड़ नहीं, साडा घर दा ही काम बहुत है, सवेरे उठ के पोचे ला लईदे आ, झाड़ू कर लईदा, बर्तन कर लईदे आ, सानू होर इन्ना किन्ना को बंदा जोर लाई जावे, थक जाईदा, पढ़ाई कर लईदी है, ठीक है. Alright, so there are, how many of you believe that supplements are bad for health? Raise your hands. They are really, really bad. Alright, so, alright, 40%. Thank you. So, the idea is to get an idea कि किन्ना ज़्यादा असी myths ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਦੇ हैं, ਜਿਹੜੇ नहीं भी ਮੰਨਦੇ, ਕਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੈਸੇ ਹੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਸੰਗਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੜੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਣੇ. So, but the reality is most of us believe in lots of myths. Whether it is true or false, we'll talk about it in a while. So we'll start with first one. Again, when you know the logic, when you know the reason, then might it help you to connect better. Because otherwise ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, ਹਵਾ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਹੈ. Social media ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੋ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਦੇਖੀਆਂ, ਇੱਕ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਹਾਈਟ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਹੈ, ਮੇਰੇ ਵਰਗਾ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੱਧਦੀ, and then you end up being confused. You don't know what is the right information or what is the right source and how we figure it out. We need to go a bit deeper or dig a bit deeper. We'll start with the first one, which is height increase. I believe that will be the biggest pain area or Achilles heel for most of people sitting here. So for this, I believe 50% of the people sitting in this room said कि height बढ़ती है. We believe that कि जे exercise करो तो height बढ़ती है. It's a myth. Why it's a myth? Why lots of people are still talking about कि जे exercise करते हैं, जे लटकते हैं तो height बढ़ती है. ਤੇ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੱਧਦੀ. Though we know, ਸਾਡੇ ਜੋ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੋਕ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, I believe at least 80-90% people, their height is similar to their parents. True or false? ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜੋ ਲਮਕਣ ਦੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਟਰਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ? जीन्स पे नहीं, genetics पे. ठीक. So yeah, so height predominantly depends upon your genetics. No matter what you do, whether you do yoga, whether you do hanging exercises, whether you play basketball, and I'm not saying it, science says it. And the people you following, who are those people? Are they one who are scientists or doctors or anybody on the social media or from your family or friend who told you to hang? Who gave you that advice to hang? Anybody can answer this question? रुको मेरे पहले क्वेश्चन का जवाब दो. आपको किसने कहा कि लटकने से हाइट बढ़ती है? हु इज दैट एक्सपर्ट? That answers the question, right? And how did you cross check the knowledge of that person who is telling you this? The reality is they are telling you what you want to hear, and I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. That's the difference. You cannot increase your height while hanging, playing basketball, or doing yoga or stretches but because this is the easy thing to sell, that's why they're selling you, that's why they're creating videos. I'll give you a logic here. When you hang, when you look at this picture, we hanging with what? Arms, torso, legs. What are we hanging with? Arms. So if we hanging with arms, what should get stretched? So arm should come here. We're not hanging with torso, right? We're hanging with arms. If anything has to follow evolution, arm should get lengthened. But that's still not happening no matter for how long. And for how long can you hang? How long can we hang? Vad to vad? 1 minute. Acha. For how long gravity is pulling you down? Whole day? Whole day except the time when you're hanging or lying down on the bed. While you're lying down, it's not pulling it down directly, but you are, vertical, horizontal to the what we call gravity. So when you lie down, there is natural space between your vertebrae. We call discs, cushions. You would have read it in your science books. So that cushion slightly gives you a bit more leverage. So you would have heard, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਸੌਂਦੇ ਆ, ਸਵੇਰੇ ਉੱਠਦੇ ਆ, ਸਾਡਾ ਕੱਦ ਵਧਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ. ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਸੁਣੀ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ? Right? So when we lie down, our height increases. So because of that increased space between vertebrae. Now when you hang, this is the logic they give. When you hang, your vertebrae, they go far from each other, so your height increases. But the reality is, that is for 30 seconds or maximum 1 minute. Eventually it will come down to the natural itself. So it won't solve the purpose. If you keep hanging at the young age, let's say ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਉਮਰ ਹੈਗੀ 12 ਸਾਲ, 14 ਸਾਲ, 16 ਸਾਲ, whether you hang, whether you do jumping, whether you do squatting, whether you lift weight, that's natural. It will just help you to improve your hormonal system, which get affected if you don't do physical activity. That's the only logic. But otherwise, you would have seen ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ genetics ਚੰਗੇ ਨੇ, height ਚੰਗੀ ਹੈ parents ਦੀ, they are still tall no matter they're doing nothing. Right? So ideally you cannot increase your height no matter what. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਿਨ ਲਮਕੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ height ਨਹੀਂ ਵਧਣੀ. So why I'm saying that? Because it can save you a lot of time and frustration. So as I told you, I'm on social media. So a lot of kids, they end up asking the same questions. I create a content and teaching them that you cannot grow height. And then in the end of the post, I get a message. Bhaiya, main apni height kaise badhaun? So this is the reality. So I don't want you to waste your time doing those stupid exercises, hanging or those monkey jumps. But yes, you need to engage into some sort of physical activity. We'll talk later. But yeah, you can save a lot of time by not doing those specific exercises. So second thing we generally believe is this. How many of you believe कि जे ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ part ਨੂੰ ਪਤਲਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੀ specific exercise ਕਰਕੇ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਲਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ? Okay, a lot of people are there. I think most of you believe and rest won't raise their hands. Please maintain silence. Or if you think you're more energetic, we can start the activity right away. Though we'll start in very, very short span of time. So, when we talk about spot reduction, I generally believe if we train one particular area, we can reduce fats or size of that particular area. But that's completely against science. Because science says when you use one particular area, because of the principle of use it or lose it, if you're using it, it will grow. It will become bigger. But what will become bigger is your muscle, not your fats. So fats, you cannot train fats. You can only and only engage or train muscles. You cannot train fats. So what does fat do? It's the storage, the excess of calories, excess of food which you have. Like your requirement of calories 1000 per day, you end up eating 200 every day, more, like you end up eating 1200. Those 200 into 30, which is 6000 calories, close to, let's say 600, 700 gram, you gaining on the scale every month. Or maybe you won't realize by end of the year, you will be let's say 7, 10 kg heavier than last year. That's the only truth. So no matter for how many times you do sit-ups, crunches, belly exercises, rotation exercises, side bend exercises, it won't impact. It will only impact if you do that activity where you be into calorie deficit. That means if your requirement is of 1000 calories, your expenditure should be more. It should be 1200 or 1300. So you'll be in deficit of 2 or 300 kilocalories. So that's how you will end up losing that particular area or fat. So having said that, you cannot reduce a specific fat from a specific area by training it. You can only increase it. Alright, so these are few of the myths we speak about, and then we mention about sweating. So as you said, if we sweat more, we can become fitter. I believe ਸਾਡੇ ਚੋਂ ਕਈ ਲੋਕ ਇਹ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਆ, if we sweat, we can get fitter. If in this weather also, if you sit in your car in hot weather, there is no air, will you sweat? You won't sweat. You will sweat. Will you become fitter? So why we say that if we sweat we become fitter? Now we might say if we exercise and sweat. Perfect. So if we exercise and sweat, we might become fitter. But if somebody doesn't sweat a lot, he exercise in a cold environment. Let's say कोई बंदा कनाडा च एक्सरसाइज कर रहा है जिथे टेम्परेचर माइनस च है, वो स्वेट नहीं करूगा और जोर बहुत ला रहा है, वर्सेस कोई बंदा इंडिया च एक्सरसाइज कर रहा है जिथे टेम्परेचर 45 डिग्री 40 डिग्री हैगा आ, और वो स्वेट बहुत कर रहा है पर जोर घट ला रहा है. Who will become fitter? The one who is putting more effort. So sweating is not the best predictor of your training or exercise intensity. This is one of the way, but not the correct one. थोड़ा जिहा आइडिया हो जाता कि बंदे ने जोर लाया तो पसीना आऊगा, बट गारंटी नहीं है, कईयां नूं बैठिਆਂ ਨੂੰ पसीना आई ਜਾਂਦਾ. Right? So sweating is not the best way to figure out कि ਤੁਸੀਂ कितनी exercise कर रहे हो. It could be one of the predictor. All right. ਹੁਣ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂਗੀ. Now as we gonna come to the main part, which is how to achieve optimum fitness, we'll talk about different component of fitness. So if we speak about it, we talk about strength, we talk about cardio, we talk about flexibility, we talk about core. These four are basic component of fitness. So when we say you want to become fit, you need to involve all these four things. If these are not involved, you're not getting benefit of exercise. So how does it work? So ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਹ ਚੜਦਾ, ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਨਾ? ਹੈ? Ideally it's no, right? ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਾਹ ਚੜਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਫਿਟਨੈਸ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ. Alright. ਸੋ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੜਦਾ, ਸੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹਾਰਟ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ. So it's not cardiovascular fitness, right? Cardiovascular fitness, the one engages your heart. If we not, heart rate is not going high, ideally you can wear a fitness band, you'll get to know ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸਾਹ ਚੜਦਾ, ਝਾੜੂ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਪੋਚਾ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ. ਤੇ ਜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੜ ਰਿਹਾ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਰਡੀਓ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਝਾੜੂ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ do you stretch your muscles beyond their limit or you don't? ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ, ਕੋਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੋਚਾ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ, ਝਾੜੂ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ. We just do whatever we possibly can, comfort 'ਚ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਕਈ ਥੱਲੇ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਈਦਾ. So you're not stretching beyond your limits, you're not stretching your muscle, you're not stretching your joints, so you're not doing much for your flexibility. That's not going to improve. 1, 2. Then we talk about strength. Do you push or pull things beyond your capacity or you don't? Beyond your capacity? Very rare. ਕਿਹੜਾ ਰੋਜ਼ ਬੈੱਡ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਕਮਰੇ 'ਚ ਜਾਣੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ? ਕਿਤੇ 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਸਾਲ 2 ਸਾਲ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਬਟ ਨਾਟ ਐਵਰੀ ਡੇ ਯੂ ਕੀਪ ਪੁਲਿੰਗ ਥਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਪੁਸ਼ਿੰਗ ਥਿੰਗ. ਘਰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੈਸੇ ਹੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਵੀ ਤੂੰ ਖੜਕਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੀਤਾ. ਸੋ ਯੂ ਡੋਂਟ ਡੂ ਸਟਰੈਂਥ ਐਜ਼ ਦ ਰਿਕੁਆਇਰਡ, ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਟਿਮੂਲਸ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ. And then how many time you engage your core muscles, the muscles which are protecting your spine. In fact, we're doing opposite. How are we doing opposite? How many of you sitting in this room have engaged their core? I guess none. ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਢੋਲ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ. So that means your core muscles are not working. You're using the support. When you're using the support, core is disengaged. It's relaxing. Like if I'm teaching you, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਟੀਚਰ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਆਰਾਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਮਰੇ 'ਚ ਆਰਾਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋਣੇ, right? So one person So, all right. So, if you not using your core is not getting strengthened. So, that means ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰੇ purpose ਜੋ fit ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਪੂਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ. But at the very same time, people who are, there could be, I believe you being kids not having a lot of extra weight or the problem of obesity in general. But yeah, it's still there in your family, in your parents. And there are a lot of people who go to the gym, do regular exercise, still they find it very challenging to become fit. So what is the solution? This housework helps not to improve fitness to that extent, but burn some calories, which can help you to create a deficit. It's like when we talk about calorie deficit, we talk about increasing your expenditure. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਭਾਰ ਘਟਾਉਣਾ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਖਰਚਾ ਵਧਾਉਣਾ ਆ. ਸੋ ਖਰਚੇ ਵਧਾਉਣ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਲਪ ਹੋਊਗਾ. Somebody is going to the gym and burning 200-300 calories there and doing nothing at home, ਸੁੱਤਾ ਪਿਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਦਿਨ, ਉਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਕਸਪੈਂਡੀਚਰ ਉਹ ਘਟ ਜੂਗਾ. And you know so many people, when we talk about elite class, and we know that they just go to the gym and come back and do nothing, and then they end up paying us, okay, help us to lose weight because they're doing nothing whole day. So I'm not telling them to do homework or something, but I want them to be more active. Don't stay inactive. For that reason, there are a lot of fitness band nowadays which people wear and get to know कि उन्होंने कितने steps हो रहे हैं. How many of you take care of their steps? कोई थोड़ी जो fitness band पाऊँगा? I'm sure you do. All right, there are some people. So.
You must tell them to help their mothers now around the house. That will help them.
Yeah, that will help them more. All right, we talk about that. So those fitness bands, if you guys wear, or your phone, your smartphone has also that option, or सारा दिन अपन नाल ही रखते हैं. We don't allow it to move even for a second. So if you have your phone with you and it's you have a fitness app installed or by default, you'll get to know how active you are. And if you're not doing 8,000 steps, it's not again standard number for everybody, but on an average I'm telling you, if you're not moving 8,000 steps, not for exercise, non-exercise, ture firde, kare, school, college, stair climbing, parking tak gaddi jani ya bike jana, wherever you're going, if you not doing, you're not moving enough, you're moving less, you're making your body inactive, rigid, stiff, weak eventually. So yeah, so for that reason, being more active is equally important. This helps you as a non-exercise, not as an exercise, right? So now I want ki let's start with the challenge and figure it out. And I believe I'll give advantage to people sitting in the front because they do not seem that fit. क्योंकि ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ fit ਹੋ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਰੌਲਾ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ. So ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. How do we divide houses or blocks? How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 rows.
You can have 3 columns.
Yeah, I think that'll be better. ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਾ ਖੱਬੇ ਨਾ ਸੱਜੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਧਰ ਹੋ. ਠੀਕ ਹੈ? So I want you to send. Acha, so rule number 1 is anybody who has any medical concern, please avoid to do these activities. I don't want that to get bad. Now you need to send your representation from this block, and I want only. How many people we can accommodate? Like approx 10 people from this block. So ideally 2 people from every row. So find 2 people from your row and send them there. We're going to do some activity. Decide quickly. Every row, at least 1 person from this, 1 person. Each row 1 person from these 2 people. और ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਦੂਜਾ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਜਿੱਤ ਜੇ. From 1 row here 2 and here 1 because ਇਹ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆ. ये बड़ा है तो ज्यादा रिप्रेजेंटेशन दे देते. फोर ईच कर देते हैं. ठीक है 12 ही पूरे आएंगे. 4 each from each block. So I want 12 people here. चारों इकट्ठे खड़े हो जाओ अपने ब्लॉक ਦੇ. ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਲੌਕ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ. ਮਾਝਾ ਮਾਲਵਾ ਦੁਆਬਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ. आ जाओ. ए ब्लॉक वाले उधर चले जाओ. जो इस ब्लॉक से आए हैं वो इधर आ जाओ. 4 बंदे. आप 5 हो गए. एक बंदा कम कर दो.
One of you needs to step down
You are 4 now. You are from the center. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need only 4. You are more.
Okay, so 4.
From this block, I think. Huh? You are all from center. अच्छा इधर तुसी कर दो कोई गल नहीं 4 हो गए ना ਆਪਾਂ ਪੂਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਟਰਸਟਿਡ ਹੈ हाउ मेनी आर देयर कोई गल नहीं
4 रुक जाओ बाकी नेक्स्ट एक्टिविटी में आ जाओ
4 4 8 4 12 और एक्टिविटी भी आएंगी सबकी बारी आएगी इट्स नॉट द एंड सो मोर पीपल विल कम स्टेप बाय स्टेप इट्स जस्ट फर्स्ट एक्टिविटी देयर आर 6 we have 4 one has to go there has to 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 has to go ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਰਜੀ ਦੋ ਭੇਜ ਦੋ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੋ ਜਣੇ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਓ ਅਗਲੀ ਚ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਦੱਸੂਗਾ ਐ ਕਿ ਦੋ ਅਗਲੀ ਚ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਨਾ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਚ ਰਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਚ ਰਹੋ ਆਲਰਾਈਟ ਇੱਕ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਵੀ ਘਟ ਗਿਆ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਕਮ ਆਲਰਾਈਟ ਸਟੈਂਡ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ 4 ਈਚ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ So the first activity we're gonna do. So ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਨਰ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਸੁਣ ਲਓ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਬੈਕ ਬੈਂਚਰਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੈਸਟ ਪਰਫਾਰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਸੁਣ ਲਓ so activity 1 will be one winner activity 2 will be second winner then third then fourth we'll figure it out more people are joining in so yes there are prizes so for each activity you will get a protein bar and for overall winner you will get a t-shirt from my side ठीक है ਸੋ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਟੈਪ ਬਾਈ ਸਟੈਪ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਿਪਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਅੱਗੇ ਭੇਜਣਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ 1 ਵੀ ਗੋਣਾ ਡੂ ਇਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰੀਟੀ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਮਤਲਬ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸੌਖੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਸੌਖਾ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਵੀ ਗੋਣਾ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਵਿਦ ਸਕੁਆਟ ਹੋਲਡ ਫॉर ਮੈਕਸਿਮਮ ਟਾਈਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਦੇਰ ਹੋਲਡ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਉਹ ਵਿਨਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸੋ ਮੇਕ them ਸਟੈਂਡ ਇਨ 2 ਲਾਈਨਸ ਅੱਗੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਖੜੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ ਤੂੰ ਡੈਮੋਸਟ੍ਰੇਟ ਕਰ ਦੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਖੜਾ ਕਰ ਦੇ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਵਾਟ ਯੂ ਨੀਡ ਟੂ ਡੂ ਗਾਇਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ 12 ਹੈ ਨਾ ਲੈਟ ਇਟ ਬੀ अच्छा अगली एक्टिविटी में आ जाना 4 पूरे कर लो जल्दी 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 कोई बात नहीं लेट देम कम चिल आजा मैं करदा so this is what you need to do guys pay attention please so when I say squat you be there go to the parallel to the floor हाथ ऊपर overhead and go deeper and हजे ना करो जदों मैं दसा उदों and stay for maximum and the one who doesn't budge is the winner you can go down not all the way down ki pura thalle beh jo relax kar lo but you can't come up the moment you come up which is above parallel to the floor you lost are we clear and you guys will help us to figure out who is losing so you check it out hands here overhead here are we clear hands where hands up let's start so when I say squat all together ਅੱਗੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਥਾਂ ਮਿਲ ਜੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਆ ਜਾਓਗੇ ਹੈਂਡਸ ਹੀਅਰ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਥੱਲੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਹਾਰ ਗਿਆ ਔਨ ਯੂ ਮਾਰਕਸ ਗੈਟ ਸੈਟ ਸਕੁਆਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ 90 ਤੋਂ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਉੱਚਾ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਥੱਲੇ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਮਤਲਬ ਸਟੇ ਬਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਲਵਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਰੌਲਾ ਪਾਓ very good you can go longer I'll start with the lecture you stay there matter of 10 minutes आएगी बारी तुम्हारी भी आएगी उधर रहना एक जना उधर हो एक इधर हो anybody buzzing above don't worry it's matter of 1 minute then the wicket starts falling one down and all right you can go back hands up Pay attention, pay attention. Good job, good job. He came up, touch, out. 2 down. Abhi shuru hai, you go back. Mil jao. Out. These two, he's out. He's moved. Out. Hands up. Hands up, above head. Up, not here. In there, out. He's out, he moved. Out. 2 left with shaking legs. Super awesome. Super awesome. He's out. Tap कर दे बस. हाथ से आगे. Tap कर दे. Out, out. नहीं रह रहे. Good job, good job. नहीं जा रहे. Out, out, out. Your hands gone down. Good job. Don't move. Out. Out. He took support. Get chocolate. Anil bag se. But still, it's there. ऊपर कर ठीक है वैसे हैं ऊपर बस बॉडी सीधी चेस्ट अप हाथ ऊपर डाउन थोड़ा ऊपर ऐथे ये पूरा बैठ के थले चला गया ऊपर ऐथे होर ऊपर थोड़ा ऊपर अब नहीं आएगा आउट एंड ही इज द विनर सो गुड जॉब गेट अप नाउ super awesome good job take this take care good job all right good job boy awesome get up dhyan na group all right so you know ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਗਲਾ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਭੇਜਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਬੋਲਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਭੇਜ ਦਿਓ all right let's start next activity we're going to do before activity is still pending. Before that I would like to ask something which is what do we understand out of this word called optimum fitness mota simple मैं समझा देना भी थोड़े हिसाब नाल fit होना किन्नू कहंदे I would like to ask the teachers and management anybody would like to raise hand and say explain what is fitness as per them की definition है just for that कुछ फिर बच्चों ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪੁੱਛ ਲਾਂਗੇ he can join the gang soon huh Superb. Any other question? Any other answer different from this? Yeah.
सर जो पूरा दिन अपना काम करके फिर आप ना थकेगा और उसकी थोड़ी बहुत एनर्जी
Exactly. Any other answer? Can be different. Doesn't need to sound same. Anybody else would like to put light? Yes, please.
Please stand up and answer.
Actually, there are a lot of people that are built very nicely, they have good bodies, but I mean, even if they do a lot of real life chores, they get tired easily, so I guess that's a good difference.
So that's not fitness.
No, so that's fitness, but I mean, you need to be fit in real life also.
Yeah. So functional fit. Thank you. Good job. Claps for him. Anybody else? Or shall we start? All right. So both of them or all of them answered it pretty well. So optimum fitness is not about looking fit. That's the biggest myth in the world where people believe कि वो बंदा पतला ते ओ fit हैगा या खास तौर पे females ਦੇ ਮਾਮਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ. So we believe anybody who is slim is fit, somebody who is overweight is unfit, somebody looks better is fit, somebody looks bigger is fit. It's not right. It's not fitness. You would have seen the winners here or the people who lasted long were not the one who were like having bigger muscles. So what exactly is fitness? It depends upon, I generally call about 3 pillars. Pillar 1 is your strength, pillar 2 is your cardiovascular fitness, and pillar 3 is your flexibility. So if you want to work on your fitness, you need to work on all 3 to make it complete or make it optimum, make it wholesome, and it should help you to live your life with quality and to make you more productive. So ਜੇ 1 ਘੰਟਾ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਜਿਮ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਘਰ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਥੱਕ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ, it's not fitness. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਤਲੇ ਹੋ ਪਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਰਾ ਕੋ ਪੌੜੀਆਂ ਚੜ੍ਹਦਿਆਂ ਸਾਹ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ, then you are not fit. So fitness, as I said, is not about looking fit but being fit or real fit, and again mental health or mental wellness is also part of it. As I said earlier also, you guys need to pay attention more here because ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੇ ਚ at least ਇਹ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ. And when I say that, it doesn't mean that you need to join a gym. Let me tell you that honestly. I'm not talking about any of you should join a gym. I'm talking about all of you should become fit, right? So don't link gym with fitness. Don't link look with fitness. Link fitness with these 3 components. You will understand it better. So what are those 3 components? I didn't get it. Come again, please. I'll come to that also. I'll cover that. Okay? We're talking about fitness. Now, when we talk about nutrition and diet, so it helps in process of becoming fitter because right nutrition will help and the bad nutrition will do opposite. So that also plays important role. But when I talk about fitness, I'm talking about the activities which you need to engage in. So that's what we're covering now. So one, we talk about strength. So I would like to ask, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫਿੱਟ ਆ, ਪਹਿਲਾ ਕਿ ਦੂਜਾ, ਲੈਫਟ ਕਿ ਰਾਈਟ? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ left? Right. So now there is not one definition. It depends upon your work. ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੰਮ ਦੀ requirement endurance ਆ ਤਾਂ ਆਹ ਵਾਲਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫਿੱਟ ਆ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਐਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਡੋਲਿਆਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਿੰਡ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਕਈ ਚੱਕਣੀ ਪੈ ਜੇ, ਹੈਨਾ? ਮੇਰਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਨਹੀਂ ਛੋਟਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ, ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ. ਆਹ ਦੇਖੋ, ਆਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਸਾਡਾ, ਇਸ ਲਈ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਂਦਾ. So it depends what is your work. If your work requires bigger muscles, go and build them. If your work require muscle which helps you to last longer or work longer, then this is more efficient. Bigger muscle needs more energy, more focus, more training. So your body should serve you. You shouldn't serve your body. कि सारा दिन तुसी body ते ध्यान रखो. I don't want that. I want कि 1 घंटा तुसी body ते काम करो, थानू 23 घंटे 24 घंटे वो help करे. When I talk about bodybuilding, it's like, thank you. Cheers to. Thank you. I could have. All right. So you shouldn't serve your body. Your body should serve you. For that, you need to invest 1 hour of your day for fitness. How to invest that day? You need to ensure you do enough strength. What is strength? What is strength? That means gym jana? Training your muscles. How can we train our muscles? We can train our muscles when we train against what? Gravity. What is more important here? Gravity. So anything ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ gravity ਖਿੱਚਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਮਸਲ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਹੁਣ gravity ਹਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚਦੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ is there anything ਜਿਹਨੂੰ gravity ਨਾ ਖਿੱਚਦੀ ਹੋਵੇ everything and anything gravity pulls so it could be a barbell or a rod in simple language it could be dumbbell it could be ਘਰੇ ਪਈ ਹੋਈ ਬਾਲਟੀ it could be bag it could be water bottle it could be resistance band or it could be your own body weight. Body is pulling down and you're trying to come up. You're working against the gravity. In the process, the muscles are getting stronger. That's how you build stronger muscles. Now the question comes, किन्नू किन्नी लोड़ है मतलब मसल स्ट्रॉन्ग दी इन्हां नू ज़्यादा लोड़ है गर्ल्स नू लोड़ है जिन्हां दी उम्र ज़्यादा मेरे वर्गियां दी उन्हां नू लोड़ है जां जिहड़े यंग है किनू लोड़ है everyone needs it how much should we do it so that means girls also need to lift weights or will it harm their body उन्हां दे मसल बन जाणगे हाँ girls do or they should they are doing all right so girls or boys irrespective of this fact we have the musculature which gets trained, which gets stronger when we do resistance training or training against gravity or strength training or weight training, whatever you may call it. So muscles get stronger irrespective of the gender. How much do we? How much should we train? Ideally, as per the American College of Sports Medicine's guidance, 2 to 3 days in a week. That's it. You don't have to train 6 days. You don't have to train 5 days. You don't have to train 4 days or even 3 days. If you train against gravity twice a week, you are good to go. You will preserve your muscles, you will make them stronger, and you can be safe for life. But the question comes, why should we train our muscles? Why should we get stronger? Just to show off or to actually be fit for the day-to-day activities? What exactly happens? ਸਾਨੂੰ ਘਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈ ਜੇ ਮੰਨ ਲਓ ਬਾਲਟੀ ਉਹ ਚੱਕਣੀ ਹੈ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਲੈਟਸ ਸੇ ਗਰਲ ਆ ਮੇਲ ਆ ਫੀਮੇਲ ਆ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਆ ਸੋ ਬਾਲਟੀ ਇਜ਼ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਗ੍ਰੈਵਿਟੀ ਸੋ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਕਦੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕੋਈ weight ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਆਦਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਬਾਲਟੀ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕਿਲੋ ਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ 20 ਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਲੱਗਦੀ 30 ਦੀ ਹੈ ਵੈਸੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਭਰਦੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਭਰ ਕੇ ਬਾਲਟੀ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਕਿਲੋ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਸੋ ਅੱਛਾ ਬਾਲਟੀ ਭਰ ਲਈ ਹੁਣ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਸਲ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ what will happen if your muscle is not strong enough you cannot lift even if you lift you will compromise with your posture and when you compromise your posture there are chances of injuries and as per the studies 80% of the people at least once in their lifetime they feel the back pain and this deviated posture could be one of the reasons and there are many more reasons I'll talk about second later which can come because of lack of flexibility so you need to be prepared in advance why I'm saying that as of now you might not give it priority to your fitness thinking ki haje ta bahut time hai as I started earlier talking about it but as I said if you want to be prepared for future you need to invest for your fitness now if you invest for your fitness now you'll get prepared for future because in future you won't have time you have time right now you might be spending it with lot of social media or other extracurricular activities but if you invest in your fitness your future will be safe so if you strengthen your body now it can serve you for next so many years in fact when you control your weight ਸਾਡਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਗੋਲ ਇਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਤਲੇ ਲੱਗੀਏ ਚੰਗੇ ਦਿਸੀਏ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਪਾਏ ਪੂਰੇ ਹੋਣ at least if we not talking about fitness ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਦਿਖਾਵੇ ਦੀ ਫਿਟਨੈਸ ਹੈ at least that demands for ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਤਲੇ ਲੱਗੀਏ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਬਾਡੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੈਟ ਘੱਟ ਹੋਊਗੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਫੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਕੰਟਰੋਲੇਬਲ ਉਹ ਜਿੱਧਰੋਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਵਧਣਾ ਉਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਧ ਜਾਣਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਪਾਸੇ ਵੱਧ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਹਾਊ ਟੂ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਇਟ? If we have more muscles, we will store less fats. Do we agree to that? Right? So for example, this guy standing here, he can eat anything. Why can he eat anything? Because he have lot of muscles. So those muscles will eat that food. But if you don't have muscles, what will happen? It will get stored. If you have extra energy, it will get stored. But if you have extra muscles, it will use that energy. That is the bigger reason, especially I'm talking about girls or females, they gain more weight once they cross 20s or 30s. You would have seen your moms, your sisters or elder in your home, because they have less muscles by default. Nature gave them less muscles and then they trained them never, and they end up gaining more fats. So what is the solution? Strength train. How much? Twice a week. What to do? Anything. With weights, without weight, with body weight, without body weight. How many times? Very simple. Like 10 to 20 times, anything, do it 2 or 3 times. It could be simple squat, it could be simple lunge, or any activity which you can possibly find on social media or YouTube, especially the good one channels. So do strength training to keep yourself safe and to keep that extra weight off. Now, before I move to the next activity, next slide, I want to move to the next activity. I need 12 participants here for the next challenge. You need to come here. देख के फिर तक केड़ा आ गया? It's easier than before. Come here. I'll make sure that you do the one which doesn't need pants. 12 people, ideally 4 from each block.
It's okay if you want to come the first 12 only, because you're choosing individual videos.
हाँ.
You're not choosing blocks.
Because block bifurcate नहीं है proper ना.
That's okay. You just the first 12 will come on stage.
So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 2 more.
Any two who want to come quickly, come first 12.
Which is the next challenge? केड़ा करा दिए? पुशअप्स करा दिए? हाँ पुशअप्स वाह लाड़ा होगी ना छेती मुक्क जूगा ना. थोड़ा बड़ा सौखा है challenge. We're not getting anybody from the girls. Do they say they are weaker? That's bad. I want at least 2. Who would like to come? Last time there was a girl and she was the best performer. She was the best performer. She challenged the men. I want... Yo! So I'm going to make it easy that everybody can do. Plank. ठीक है? हाथ. All right. So guys, make some space. So see the challenge first. Yeah. We're going to do simple plank. It's pretty simple. So when I say change, you need to lift one leg. That's what, change 1. Change 2, keep leg lift and lift one hand also. You got it? उन्होंने एक दास दिया दोबारा कर देना. Lift one leg and stay, then change and hold. The one who hold it maximum might well shift to one hand only. ठीक है? Are we ready? Guys, ये तो ठीक है, किसी दी पैंट नहीं फाड़ती. Take your position. Girls, you come here. One. ऐसे आ जाओ, जैसे आपको जहां जगह मिलती है. जल्दी जल्दी जगह ले लो, लेफ्ट राइट करके पैरेलल हो जाओ. हाँ, आगे पीछे आ जाओ. कुछ लोग यहाँ आ जाओ, यहाँ आ जाओ, खुली जगह में आओ. आगे पीछे. Take your positions. Come on your knees, like starting for running. Don't start yet. When I say start, then start. On your marks, get set, take the position and plank. Make sure your hips doesn't go higher than your shoulders. They should aligned. Guys, check. So pay attention to what I say. When I say change, then change. Don't change before. Don't change before. And make sure.
The girls are in a perfect pose. All three
Yeah.
of them have the perfect plan.
Yeah, they're the winners already. Claps. Hips shouldn't go up. Hips shouldn't go up. Are we ready for the change?
Yes, sir.
Now you need to start with lifting one. When I say change, then lift one leg. Ready? Get set. Change one. Lift one leg. Any. And stay here. Don't take the back support. Make sure that team. Leg parallel to the floor, body parallel to the floor, head in neutral position. It's simple. Just stay there. We're gonna change to the next one. Stay there. You're doing good job, girls. Super awesome. Claps for them. Let's fall some wickets in between. The one who falls, they can get up and leave. Now are we ready for the next? Yes? Participants, आवाज नहीं आ रही. Ready? Yes, sir. Now pay attention. You need to lift the opposite hand. Otherwise you will fall. Alright? Common sense. Opposite hand. Ready? Lift. The one who is not in the air, I'll give you time to adjust 5 seconds, or you can leave. The one who fell down is out. Focus on 3. Mahajan, pay attention towards the middle. These are fine. Anil, Mahajan, keep check these 4. Out. Good job. Good job. Down. Down. Left with. Good job, girls. Out. One left. Out. Touched. Left with 3 with girl. 2 more. Good job.
Good. Yes.
And we got the winner. Good job. Wait. Here you go. The winner. Acha, I want you to pay attention. So does he have big muscles? But is he stronger? Definitely he is. So it's not about big muscles. Good job. So what we tested here, guys, please. What we tested here was not just one type of fitness, but at multiple levels. One of them was testing the core strength, testing the balance, testing the stability and endurance of your core muscles. All are important. So this, what does it mean? If somebody has this kind of strength, he can protect his spine for longer. If you can't hold it for longer, your spine is at the risk of injury. So it's not about doing something specific training, but otherwise when you exercise, your core gets engaged. Even when you walk, when you run, when you cycle, your core is engaged and it's getting trained, it gets strengthened. But when you sit with back support, it disengages. It does nothing. How do we sit? Like this. Right? So what is happening? Core is like, I'm dead, bro. I'm not going to do anything. So versus, if you have a choice, sitting in the class, prefer to sit without the support and keep the spine in neutral position. And nowadays, we're sitting on the computer and we're sitting like this. Nowadays, kids using their mobile like this. Here. Even if you have to use your mobile, what is the best way to go about it? This is how I do. I don't know about you, but I always keep my head erect, not intentionally, but I built habit. I use phone like this. I never use phone like this. So avoid doing this. You're gonna kill your cervical. If even if you bring 1 inch forward, you're putting almost 2 times more pressure on your cervical region, which is invitation to your future. Even if you don't want to become fitter, you don't want to become sick for your life. And I believe most of you will do sitting job in your career. So if you're doing sitting job and have bad cervical, you're not going to sustain for longer. You will feel frustrated all the time sitting on a computer, and you have back pain. So in order to avoid that, try to work on your posture. Try to sit straight and avoid taking the support as much as possible. As much as possible. Alright. Coming to the second component. So we clear about strength. I'll ask you, how many times in a week we need to lift weights? 2 to 3 times, at least 2 times. Alright, so you can spend half an hour. Now the second component is endurance, or I will call it cardiovascular fitness. What is cardiovascular part of our body? Heart and blood vessels. Otherwise, when we say cardiac muscles, then your heart is a muscle. If you don't train it, it gets weaker. If you don't train your heart, it gets weaker. So, what do we need to do in order to train it? Any activity where we increase our heart rate for longer duration. Anything more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. What is the ideal number? As per the ACSM guidelines, 150 minutes per week. That kind of activity you need to do to keep your heart healthy. Please raise your hands. ਜਿਹੜੇ 150 ਮਿੰਟ cardio, what comes in cardio? Walk, like good walk, not like ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਘਰੋਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ, ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਲਜ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ, not that walk, specific walk when you're moving at a fast pace, or cycling, not just coming to your school or college. How many of you doing 150 plus minute of cardio every week? Be honest. Yep, we do. We got only 5-10% people, and I believe 100% of you wanted to be fit. Alright, so there is a gap, big gap. 90% of people who want to be fit are doing nothing to keep their most important organ, which is ideally work as a muscle or has muscles. That's bad sign. What can you do? Anything what you enjoy. You can walk at a good pace. 150 can be divided with 5 days, like 30 minutes 5 days, can be divided with 5. Can be divided with 3, like 50 minutes into 3, can be divided by 2, 75 into 2, or maybe 22 per day or something. So, what can you do? You can do cycle, you can do walk, you can do running if you're fit enough and you're not overweight or obese. You can do dance also. So that's also cardio. Most of the time we think, I ask this question, a lot of people ask me, we don't have cardio. But you have heart, right? That's a cardio. People think cardio is a treadmill. Cardio is your heart. So you need to train your heart. Any activity which you do continuously put stress on your heart positively and make it stronger. So if you can't do anything, at least do some cardio activity that also stimulates your muscles up to some extent. Not 100%, but up to some extent. So try to engage into any cardiovascular activity whenever possible. It doesn't need any time specific. It doesn't need any equipment specific. जो भी थोड़ी intention हैगी है, नीयत हैगी है, मन हैगा, तुसी वो कर सकते हो. Try to do that because this is really, really crucial. Can we live without heart? I think that's pretty simple. So if you want to keep it healthy, you need to invest in your heart. The way for your future, you're investing into your studies. For your fitness, you need to invest for the fitness of your heart. All right. So that's crucial. Otherwise ਕੀ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਵੀ ਜਰਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਸਟੇਅਰ ਕਲਾਈਂਬ ਹੋਏ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਿਨ ਲਿਫਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ, ਉੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਉ ਸਾਈ ਹੋਏ ਪਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈ ਜਾਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਉ ਸਾਈ ਹੋਏ ਪਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ. So if you want to avoid that, work on it. Then third component is flexibility. So flexibility is equally important. One of the activity which we're going to do now revolves around flexibility. So I would like to see girls here, which include balance and flexibility for the next challenge. So I'm not talking about this kind of flexibility. This is extreme. I guess it's inhuman. It's not possible for us. But I'm talking about the basic flexibility. What is the basic flexibility? Ideally, when your hamstrings are tight, like a lot of people, they can't bend, right? This is we call कि बंदे को घट्टो घट्ट पैर टच होने चाहिए हैं. Though I don't suggest, if you have a back problem, don't do that. But if you want to prevent back problem, your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back needs to be flexible enough. Now what will happen otherwise? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਰੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜੇਬ ਚੋਂ ਪੈਨ ਡਿੱਗ ਗਿਆ, ਚੱਕਣ ਲੱਗੇ, ਚੁੱਕ ਪੈ ਗਈ. Why? Because you're not flexible. If you're flexible, you can bend and lift. Even you can stretch or otherwise. So what you need to do? You need to do flexibility training for that particular muscle, that particular joint specifically. If you don't do that, you are inviting to injuries. Now having said that, now here comes the difference between males and females. Females are more flexible than men. So men need to work more. But again, doesn't mean that females need not to work. If they ignore, body become stiffer, body become tighter. So for that reason, work on your flexibility. Now question comes, how much? At least twice or thrice a week for 5 to 10 minutes. Work on all the possible joints. What are the joints? Your shoulders, your hip joints, your knee joint, your ankle joint, your wrist joint, and all this region of the spines. If you work it out, you are protected for future. नहीं तो छोटी चीज चक्कर लग गया सानू चुक पै जाती है. It's quite common, right? So these three are pillar of fitness. Then fourth we talk about core strength, which can be part of the strength as well, which is muscle protecting your spine. That natural belt. If you have it, you can be safer. If you don't have it, chances of injuries are there. So fitness is not about showing off. Fitness is the basic requirement for you to live stronger. Then based on this, then we can build or we can work upon sports. Now most of you or maybe some of you play sports to become fitter, which is amazing. You should do that. But if your basic fitness level is not there, then chances are while playing sports, you will injure yourself. So go step by step. Even if you're interested in sports, work on your basic fitness. Do stretchings, do strengthenings, do endurance. No matter you're interested in only one, but you can build the base for the sports with basic fitness exercises. Alright, so this is basic about optimal fitness. Now I'll come to the same activity. I need 12 participants and we're going to do the balance test or flexibility test. Need 12 participants. Quick, not very strong but flexible. Anybody can come, and I prefer girls more who can balance. We have repeated participants, alright. Anybody? T. कर लेंगे?
चलो first 12 on the stage, that's it.
We got more, alright. Who are repeating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. You need to go back. We got it. हाँ जी.
Okay, sir needs to you both have already participated.
You can come for the next one. There are more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 2 more. Either the new one or the repeated one. I need 1 more. Alright, we good. Alright. It's pretty simple. It's we done. Okay, fine, you can come. So you need to see it first, then you need to take a position and start. So the one who stays for longer is the winner. It needs for you to have good flexibility of your glutes, your hamstring, and balance. So what you need to do, you need to make a T with your body and bend parallel to the floor and stay it for as long as possible. Are we clear? Simple? बस सामने कर दो हाथ सामने ताकि जगह घट है ना अपने को. Do it. So bring your hands forward and here. That's it. You can take your time to take balance and then you're gone. Ta. All right. Take your positions. Make space. Get ready. Wait for the command. On your marks. You can stretch. You practice it a while. Practice it. Get used to. Practice. I don't want you to jump. Did you get it? Try it once. I want you to bring your hands forward, both the hands. I want you to bring leg backward. Make sure when you do it, your leg and your body should be parallel to the floor. Are we ready? Yeah. You need to bend more. Bend parallel to the floor. Are we ready? Take your position. आप आगे आ जाओ एक जना. आप आगे आ जाओ, आगे आ जाओ, आगे आ जाओ. हाँ. आप दोनों एक लाइन में मत हो ना.
बच्चे make 2 rows.
आगे पीछे आ जाओ. आप आगे आ जाओ.
Let the girls come ahead, boys move back.
हाँ, ऐसा कर लो.
आगे आ जाओ. All the girls come up ahead. Come on. Good, good, good.
एक ही जगह नहीं आ सकते. आप यहाँ आ जाओ. चलो. हाँ ठीक है. We good, we good. Ready? Make sure you are parallel to the floor.
Please keep your foot away from third space on the wall.
Turn around. थोड़े घूम जाओ. 45 डिग्री घूम जाओ वरना तुम्हारा पैर लगेगा. बस. 45 डिग्री घूम जाओ. Parallel to the floor is this is parallel to the floor. Are we clear? Ready? Get set. Start. Check and tap. Bend more. You need to bend more. You can't stay strand. They already failed if you not bend enough. Bend more. Bend more. You need to bend more. You are straight. Bend. You not bend. Bend more. Bend more. You good. You good. You good. She is good. She is good. You not bending. Bend more. She's out. You touched. If you touch, you out. You need to bend more or you're out. You need to bend more. You need to bend more. Hand both forward. No support. You need to bend more. You need to lift leg. Lift leg. You need to bend more.
Don't touch me.
You are doing fine. Out. Leg up. Lift leg up. Leg up. She's almost straight, huh? Tell her to bend. Lift leg more. Hands here forward. You need to bend more, bend more, bend more, more. Yeah. स्पेशल रिवॉर्ड मिलेगा इसको. She's out. Your leg is not up. Out, out. ये स्पेशल. चलने चलने. He is better. तालियां मारो इसके लिए बंदे की. तो ऐसा कर. Out. She's out. She's out. She stood up. He stood up. अबे तू लेके. रुको रुको रुको. रुक ना तू अपना कर. रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा. अब फाइनल है तुम दोनों में. टच नहीं हुआ. टच नहीं करना ये लमकी गए देना दो दे एक कोनू ते एक कन कौन जीता ये जीता ना आजा अच्छा ये जीते सॉरी ये जीता ये ले भी विनर शाबाश तालियां मार दो ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਰਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਕਸਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡੀ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਾਬਾਸ਼ ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਕੰਸੋਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ I guess we're running out of time. All right, let me wrap it up. How much time do we have?
Let's not touch a new topic. Let's go into question answers if they want to
Sure.
ask something. है ना?
No career
Then we
opportunities?
can Maybe 5 minutes to touch it quickly.
5 ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਰਦਾ All right, good job guys. Whosoever participated is a winner. It's not about the protein bar but intent to participate and that matters the most and you guys really did awesome job. Clap for yourself. Super awesome. All right. So as of now you know what we need to do for our fitness mota mota so we don't need to go beyond that unless we really want to become Superman or superhuman. Now for 5 minutes we're going to speak about career and opportunities in fitness field. How many of you know what do good guys backbenchers you really required here for career opportunities but you need more opportunities right so I want you to answer this what do you think a good personal trainer can earn in a month all right more than ये कहाँ पढ़ दिया तो मैंने नहीं पढ़ा let's be realistic. What is an average income of anybody who does graduation or masters? Other way चलते हैं. Normal graduation, masters करके कितने की जॉब मिलती है ईमानदारी से? हैं? 35,000. Let's be realistic. Maybe you're in college right now. You don't know the real numbers. We hire people, so we know where do we start them from. But yeah, the numbers are really, really bad. Versus when we talk about personal training career opportunities, that is one of those few jobs who gets paid per hour basis. Right? बाकी जिन्ने भी काम है थानू महीने दे पैसे मिलणगे पूरा महीना ला के थानू जो भी फिक्स हैगा 20 30 40 50 60 but this is one of those few jobs let's say one is doctor or some consultant who gets paid per hour basis. Personal trainer is another opportunity who gets paid per hour basis. What are the ongoing rates? When we talk about here in Mohali or Metro City, we talk about anything between 1,000 per hour to 2,000 per hour. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm talking about the real people, real numbers. So 1,000 to 2,000 rupees per hour, a good personal trainer can make. Why use this word good? Because there is no value for average in any industry, in any field. Even after doing, let's say, MBA or after doing any other degree, if you are not good, don't expect कि थानू कोई 1 करोड़ रुपए का पैकेज देके चकूगा. You will be looking for a job कि कोई 12,000 ते रख ले, fellowship, internship जो भी होता है. So, if we talk about personal training career opportunities, most of the people are not aware. Now, there are 2 things which you need to pay attention. One, it's not only about working on the field. You don't even have to go to the gym, touch a bar and train people nowadays. Because of this changed circumstances, this digital world, online world, trainers sitting at home designing plan for the people all around the globe and charging the same or even more because of online platform. So they're working from home for the companies, for their own selves as a freelancer, personal trainer or personal coach and making more money. So there are huge opportunities provided you are qualified. Does it need you to have big body? Does personal trainer needs big body? It doesn't. Anyone who is sitting in this room, whether he has a good body or an average body, he can become a personal trainer and make really good living out of it. So if you go to the, because when we talk about people in different profile, and when we talk about the real people, there are people who after their 4 years of degree, they switch to personal training career. There are people who after doing their MBA, switch to personal training career. And I talk from example, one of my student who was, who was in NRI basically. He was resident of Canada and he was there for 10-12 years working in the sales profile, and before pandemic he came here. Then he got to know about, through his personal trainer in Canada, he get to know that there are a lot of opportunities, and his personal trainer was making somewhere close to $10,000 a month. And he thought, okay, it's a good opportunity, I should try. He came, he did education or certification from our institute, and then he tried jobs in those fields where he worked earlier, sales, and he tried in gyms. Sitting here, he got a job in gym industry with average price of $31 per hour. That's a fixed salary job. And he get no job in this industry where he served for 10 years. So those are real things. If you have passion for fitness, like to make people fit and to keep yourself fit, this is an amazing industry. And I will suggest somebody who needs help can ask me, reach out to me through my social media or otherwise also. You can take my number, and it can help you to make a very, very good career opportunity if you're interested in fitness. So then I guess this is all what we need to talk about. Now let's talk about Q&As. If you have any questions related to the fitness, you want to seek an answer, you tried it on Google, it didn't work, you got more confused, please let me know. Yes, please. All right. So when we talk about gaining, we need more calories. We need calorie surplus. What does it mean? अगर as per his height उसका weight कम है या अंडर वेट है, तो पहली बात उसको ये पता करना पड़ेगा कि उसकी कैलोरीज की रिक्वायरमेंट कितनी है. किसी के लिए भी, किसी को ये पता करना है कि उसको कितना खाना चाहिए फिट रहने के लिए. उसके बाद सेकंड गोल आता है वेट बढ़ाने के लिए, कम करने के लिए. तो पहला बेसिक नंबर है, आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आपको कितनी कैलोरीज की रिक्वायरमेंट है. फॉर दैट रीजन देयर आर लॉट ऑफ वेबसाइट वेयर यू कैन गो एंड एंटर योर डिटेल एंड यू गेट टू नो कि तुम्हारा BMR कितना है. Once you know your BMR, you need to eat 250 calories more than that. मान लो तुम्हारा BMR है, it's not body mass index, that's different. So that is height weight ratio. It's called basal metabolic rate. Once you know your basal metabolic rate and calories requirement, you eat 250 calories or 500 calories more than that. Check your weight after a week and figure it out. If you didn't increase more. And then till the time you don't hit that point where you reach your goal, you keep increasing your calories. Otherwise what happens, we think we eat a lot, but maybe our metabolism more. I'll put it in simple words. ਹੁਣ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਦਾ ਇੰਜਨ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਛੋਟਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ. So the car or the vehicle which the engine is bigger or larger need more energy, more fuel. So if you need more fuel, you need to give more fuel. If engine is small, you need less calories. If engine is bigger, you need more calories. So if you think you're eating a lot, you're still under nourished. You're not eating enough. Hope we are clear? So ultimately, you need to eat more, but healthy options, not unhealthy options. Right? Any other questions, please?
So can you guide them about protein shakes as well if you're talking about diet?
Yeah, we'll come to that. There was one question before that.
Same question after diabetes में कैसे करेंगे?
So what diabetes are you talking about? Type 1, type 2? You have type 1 diabetes since childhood. So the principle remains same. I believe meanwhile you are taking your injection regularly for insulin, and gradually you need to, so if you're taking injection, it is helping your body to act just like a normal person, right? Though it's not normal because your body is not producing insulin, you're taking insulin from outside, but principle remains same. You need to intake or ingest more calories. That's the only way. So you need to increase your calories intake. your body will not be as efficient as somebody who is natural. But when you lift weight, now you need to create one condition here, which is lifting weight. So if you're not lifting weight and increasing calories, you will gain weight but more of fats. But if you're lifting weight and increasing calories, you will increase weight of muscles. Hope we are clear? Okay? Thank you. Now, we were coming about the supplements. Now, there are a lot of myths around the supplement, though we are supposed to cover in the slide. There is one side of the people who believe that supplements are steroids, are artificial, we should avoid it. Then there is other group of people who believe that supplement to bina kisi da kuch ban nahi sakta. What is the right approach? One, so the real definition of supplement is what we cannot get from our natural food. What we cannot get up from our natural food, we need to supplement it. So that is the simplest way to understand supplement. Now, our food, especially when we talk about Indian food, has almost all the required nutrients. We primarily talk about macronutrients, protein, fats and carbs. जिन्ने भी सानू चाहिए है साडा healthy खान पीन दा style हैगा या तो we will be able to meet our requirement. But in certain conditions, when we are not able to meet our requirement, we might need to take it extra. What are those conditions? कोई athlete है जिसकी requirement of calories ज़्यादा है, then he need more nutrition, he need more calories, and there is a limit or a cap to eat calories. Then you need to depend on liquid calories, which can come through the supplements. When we talk about athletes or sports person, again they need more of some micronutrients also. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ body ਪੂਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ. They again need to supplement. But why there is a myth, why there is this debate कि नहीं खाने चाहिए या, because of the simple fact that earlier there were people, and still we being in India, there is a lot of duplicacy. For that reason, generally doctor suggest people not to take supplements because of that duplicacy, there could be somebody added steroids or medicines or hormones. But if you buy it from genuine authentic store and with the guide of professional, not with the guide of somebody who's just trying to sell you a supplement, then you can definitely take advantage or benefit out of it. Why I'm saying that? When you look around, who are the most fittest people? Are generally the athletes, sports person. Do they take supplements? I would say 90% of them take supplements. So that means none of them got unwell or sick unless somebody is on steroids. So supplements do help provided they are required by your body and they are authentic. But it's not that everyone needs to take supplements. Yes, please.
Sir, I have a question. So what's the difference between steroids and supplements?
All right. So this is what so supplements, as I said earlier, so we need in nutrition macro and micro. Macro, we need protein, fats and carbs. Micro, we need vitamins and minerals. If we are not able to meet it, we need to take it in the form of tablets or powder. We call it supplements. Steroids, our body produces hormones, endocrine system, if you would have studied. So if our body produces that in limited range, so in order to increase more muscle or size, people take it from outside. That what we call artificial hormones or we call steroids. So obviously if that comes more than the required range, one, your natural hormones will stop producing or will reduce in quantity. Second, body will have side effects of those steroids which you actually not requiring. So that's the difference between steroid and supplement. Clear? Any other question, please? Yes, please.
Sir, pre-workouts, bodybuilding.
You don't need them. You need to be motivated enough to train. They might give you kick based on it has sugar, based on it has caffeine. But if you eat right amount of calories, you don't need pre-workouts. Yes, please.
सर जो हमारे बेसिकली जो हमें रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं ठीक है वो हम नॉर्मल अपने फूड से कर सकते हैं जो नॉर्मल एक बंदे को चाहिए वो भी हम उनको तो जिम
Absolutely. This is what I said earlier. Whatever you need, you can get it from your food, provided you are, you calculating it. If you are assuming, then you might make a mistake. If you calculating using latest apps, fitness apps or websites, then you are in the safe hands. Any other question? Or would like to see the winner of those all activities I will be competing against each other? Yes, please. Last question.
सर हमें जब हम वर्कआउट करते हैं तो
वर्कआउट के बाद कितनी डाइट लेनी चाहिए? सो okay, so there is no standard answer for this because everybody needs different amount of calories. Now there are a lot of perception around how much, what to take before, after, and so forth. For that reason, so ideally you need to take into consideration how many calories you need in a day. One. If you know that, then you divide it in whatever amount of meals you can afford to eat. Afford in the terms of you have time to eat. So there is no fixed number that you need to eat 6 meals, 7 meals, 5 meals, 3 meals. Whatever time you have, you need to eat that amount of meal total, 2000 calories or 1500 calories as per your requirement. Now, what you need to understand here, before activity, we need to have glucose in our body. We need to have carbohydrates in our body. So ideally, any fruit will give you enough carbohydrates so that you can do that activity for longer duration, maybe 1 hour or more. And then post activity, again, your body is depleted of glucose. You need glucose, that means you need carbs, and you can add protein to it. But it's not mandatory. The way it's been perceived कि exercise कीती ते protein चाहिदा या, it's not important. What important is पूरे दिन ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ protein कितना खांदे हो या पूरे हफ्ते ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ कितना protein खांदे हो. ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ post workout protein ਖਾਣਾ ਹੀ ਖਾਣਾ ਆ. Post workout ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ carbs ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਧੀਆ exercise ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ. Right? So I would like to compete.
Yes, of course, that one activity.
Yeah.
We have time to decide.
Okay, perfectly fine. So I guess we left with the overall winner here. I want all the winners to come here and compete against each other. All the winners.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please. Meanwhile, all the winners come here. Winners only.
All the people who got the protein bars. Winners of all three.
I hope you would have eaten it so that you have energy to do the next activity.
Every day I am playing this sport, right? I am a national athlete.
Quickly, all the winners.
Flexibility problem.
Okay.
So,
I think the one who got the special prize can also come up quickly. This is the last of the activities that we have. We'll wind up after this.
रुक जाती है.
No, you think you are stiff?
Quickly, hurry up, yes.
So do you perform flexibility training? You don't perform your flexibility training.
I do, but I have bit issue with L4 S1. That's
All right.
this thing.
L4, L5, L5, S1.
Yes.
Okay.
Not.
Okay. Oh.
Then I was playing in my college.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Right.
But exercise I'm not doing. That's why stiffness is more. Or I'm extensive exercise. That's why stiffness is more.
Is that true? है ना वो जड़ा part use नहीं हो रहा कमजोर हो जाता. So ideally when you're not using one particular area as per the principle of use it or lose it, it gets weaker. So now when you got an injury, the most common approach, now when I'm talking about injury, I'm not talking about fractures, right? Fracture hai, doctor knows his job, I'm nobody to comment here. But when say, let's say you have you have problem with your muscles, you have problem with your tendon, ligament or something, the movement is the medicine. If you don't move, it becomes stiff and it invite further problem. You would have observed किसी दी जे lower back दी problem है and they stop training it. Or they stop training their hamstring because वो आगे bend होए नहीं जाता कोई pain होती है. It becomes further tight and it invites more problem. It end up you having a stiff lumbar spine area or even your cervical also get affected. So your whole body work as a kinetic chain. So one part of the chain got affected, the whole chain gets affected. So what is the solution? You need to give it required stimulus in terms of stretching or strengthening. When you look at the basic of physiotherapy, it's based on physical therapy. That means you need to move. Though they added electrotherapy to stimulus.
Yoga will add value in it.
Yes, yoga is, so what is yoga? So yoga helps you to improve balance. Yoga helps you to improve flexibility. Yoga helps you to strengthen your core muscles. It does something for your strengthening overall muscles because they add lunges, they add some push-ups also. It does a little for your cardiovascular health also. So whole and whole, it does most of the things you need to do. Right? Though we can't make it 100%, but it's close to that. It's 70, 80%. It covers a lot of things. So that can definitely help, because what happens when you go to a physiotherapist, they help you to train your core, right? Or make it flexible. So that's exactly what you're doing in yoga, provided you have a qualified trainer who is helping you to do it right. Right? So, all right. So, one last activity which all these 4 champions need to perform. Where is the list? What was the next activity? Difficult one? नहीं, एक ही करते हैं, 5 नहीं करते हैं, नहीं वो औखी हो जाएगी, फिर 5 ही कर दिए, ठीक है, डन।
Let's have an applause for the winners first.
इंचवॉर्म तो शुरू कर दें, तो अगे अगे करिए, तेरे पीछे पीछे करिए नहीं, तू तेरे करके डेमोस्ट्रेशन दे
Give out your names and your classes.
द विन, ओके।
शुभम BCA
शुभम,
आशुतोष राणा BCA3.
राहुल BCA3.
My name is Ansh. I am pursuing BCA first year.
all right, so what do you need to do? So you're going to do 4 or 5 different activities. So the last man standing will be the winner. Okay? So he will demonstrate the activity for 1 or 2 seconds. You need to follow, and then he will stop. You keep doing till the time I say change. When I say change, you'll be seeing him doing the different activity, and then you start doing the next activity. मैं जब चेंज बोलूंगा तो आपको खड़े होकर वो करने लगनी है जो वो कर रहा होगा. आर वी क्लियर? ठीक है. So we start with push-ups. All right. So we start with push-ups. Take your position. Take your position. When I say change, you change. You take your position. थोड़े spread हो जाओ, तो जगह बहुत है. जेबें खाली कर लो. कोई भी चीज जो तुम्हें बॉदर करे, शूज हैं, कुछ भी है, हटा लो. On your marks, get set. See the push-ups first. Shivam, perform. Full range. All right. Bring whole body down and up. When I say change, then you move to the next. On your marks, get set. Go. We do it for 30 seconds. Keep doing. Make sure nobody stops at the top. Twenty seconds more. Keep going. Good job. तालियां दुलियां मार दो भाई. Keep pushing. 5 seconds more. 4 more. Squat jump. 3, 2, change to squat jump. Get up, quick. Squat jump. 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 Go. 1, higher. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep doing. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inchworm. 16, 17, 18. One more. Change to inchworm. Take your position. Keep your feet placed. Come down and get up. Come down. Go. You need to stand up. Yeah.
What is the name of your companies? Both of them? Like, all 3 of them. What is the name of?
Shivam, Mohit, Anil.
Shivam, Mohit and Anil.
Keep doing. 10 seconds more. 9 more. 8 more. अगली तू करनी हो. Set up, stand up. 5 more. Change to stand up. You need to lie down, face up. Don't use your hands anywhere and get up. Quick. Stand up. Ready? Go. 9. Go. 3, 2, 1, go. All together. Don't use your hand. If anybody used hand, they are out. Out. ठीक है. Good job. Keep doing. 15 seconds. Next किसी को बैलेंस टेस्ट करा देने सारे कट जाएंगे अखा मीद हाँ होर केड़ा सी हाँ ओल नी लिफ्ट जंपिंग जैक क्या सर नी लिफ्ट जंपिंग जैक
थकना ही नहीं ना
है two, relax. All right. So next is knee lifts. High knees. Anybody bringing knee lower is out. On your marks, get set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 13 more, keep going, 11 more, 9, 8, higher, 7, 6, 5, 4, out, 3, 2, 1, change, relax, jumping jacks, on your marks, get set and go. Up. Get the t-shirt सबसे छोटा साइज ले यार निकाल लेना नहीं एक के सर दोनों ही दे देंगे और देख लांगे बैलेंस टेस्ट दो काट के रख ला All right, last one. Good job. Take your shoes off. Shoes उतार दो, आसानी रहेगी. तुमने रखने हैं, पहन के रखने हैं, ठीक है. तो तुम्हें क्या करना है? ये यहाँ ऐसे पैर रखना है और खड़े रहना है. कर लोगे? पर साथ में आंखें बंद करनी है. शूज उतार लो, आसानी से हो जाएगा. जो पहले गिर गया वो हार गया. क्या था? दूसरे पैर पे कर लेगा दूसरा थका नहीं है दूसरे पैर पे कर ले अच्छा जब मैं बोलूं आंखें बंद तो आंखें बंद वॉच देम क्लोजली रेडी एक उधर चला जा हाथ यहां हाथ भी नहीं हिलने चाहिए हाथ यहां वेस्ट पे दोनों हाथ यहां और पैर यहां व्हेन आई से स्टार्ट क्लोज योर आईज एंड स्टैंड क्लियर ऑन योर मार्क्स तुम इसको देखोगे तुम उसको देखोगे अगर किसी ने आंखें खोली या हाथ हिलाए तो आउट है पैर टच हो गया तो आउट है टेक योर पोजीशन आंखें पहले नहीं क्लोज करना टेक योर पोजीशन रेडी पैर का तो खेल ही नहीं है रेडी क्लोज योर आईज ईमानदारी से हाथ गए तेरे आउट गुड जॉब वी गॉट द विनर हे आजा चलो गुड जॉब उसको भी दे दे एक उसको भी बनता है वो एंटरटेनमेंट का अवार्ड दे दे आजा Good job. Chalo.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. So one huge round of applause for Mr. Prinkar Sandhu and his
Thank
team.
you.